I still think, here's the current chart. Uh, I got too much data on here to see that. What I wanted to show was I showed this yesterday still if we counted 5 waves up. I was trying to show the volume did come in well here at the green arrow. What's up, Andrew? So that's where volume should come in on a wave 3. So this was the wave 3 of 3. And you can see if this is a wave 5, the wave 3 hasn't had the bigger volume. So this count still kind of looked appropriate. You got a little bit of overthrow on the wave 5, so that count still bothers me of doing much buying up here. If we go back to the software, let me load that real quick. I mean, I was getting close to a buy when we was at 97.50 the other night. Technometer's around 42. I was hoping for come down to a 40 reading or below, and then of course we rallied straight up. So I missed some of my buy points that I wanted. End up buying small portions as we work higher. So not cool. I would think I'd get back on my swing of thing here and try to get back to trading better. With the correction behind us at 6,400, it should be easier to trade on the way up. So we shall see. And I still have the Litecoin chart, same type of thing. I think this is still probably the 5th wave. You can see here this chart just had my buys and sells on it. If this is a 5th wave, it is extending. The most bullish counts would be that these are 1-2 1-2s, and this is still maybe a wave ending, but it might be a 3rd wave. So we'd have a 1-2. That might be the 3rd wave here, and then we'd still have a correction and then higher prices. So, and actually it would be more so 3 extends up here, but we have to still have a pullback here. So I guess I'm still trying to look for some type of pullback action that we can buy, whether it's going to be a wave 4 on the way up to still higher prices. I don't like those counts. I mean, I still kind of liked it where I had it. With the 5th wave just extending, it seems pretty frothy up here. Everybody is pretty bulled up. So I think that'll be interesting. You guys, I don't have, it appears that my YouTube feed is, the health is showing okay, everything shows fine, but I'm getting a little bit of problem at YouTube. I don't think it's my problem. But I believe I'm locked up at YouTube. Sorry, because it appears like I am going offline at YouTube. Let me see if that comes back, because I'm still fine here. All right, Bamboo. It looks like on my YouTube here that I'm having issues. Same thing on Ethereum. It just continues higher. I showed that yesterday. That was at 240. I mean, still 213 or so would be support on a pullback. Yeah, some people are having issues, some are not. I mean, this here would look more like a 1-2, 1-2, and then this is a third wave. So still support would be back here at 220, 213. So again, I still think we'll get rid of the frothiness, have some type of pullback, whether it's a wave 2 or wave 4. Yeah, my buffering's not good. And again, I don't know. Matt did a lot of this stuff for me. I look fine here. I look fine on my Wirecast, which is the system we're using, but I'm having a problem at YouTube. If somebody knows anything I can do to fix that, I don't know if it's a YouTube problem or not. Apologies. Let me check something else here. Here's Bitcoin USD 5-minute. So you can still see here that on this last rally from 9,200, volume has been just kind of sideways, which again, that makes me feel like that we have some type of correction here coming, which obviously so far has not happened. Here's Bitcoin USDT 5-minute. You can see even here the last rally to 10.4, not quite as strong. But the technometers were setting at 46 there. Bitcoin USD was just at 48. There's the 15-minute Bitcoin still up here, kind of looking like a triangle at the top. I mean, you've had Litecoin accelerate again today and Ethereum, but Bitcoin still really just a percent higher, not doing too much. So again, I still expect some type of wave 2 off these highs. I mean, a deep retrace is still clear down at 8,200. I think that's still a possibility. Uh, any type of sell-off probably is going to get the tech friendly way before that, obviously. Just like it was at 9,750, it was getting close. I would have liked a 9,500, and that would have probably gave me the buy. So I would think something down here, 95, 9,400, if we get a sell-off like that, I probably would have a buy signal. That'd be another wave 4, or it'd be the A of a wave 2, I think. So that's kind of my thoughts on there. I don't know if we got I wanted to show a few other counts. This is a count I'm not as comfortable with, but that would show that we're we're just in the midst of still a wave 3 rally. So we did the 1 2 1 2, and these could be 1 2s as well. I mean, that's an extremely bullish count to do that. That one's hard for me, and I was looking for that when the other night when we was at 97.50. We talked about it on the channel that maybe we were doing some 1 2 1 2s and was ready to explode higher. Bitcoin really hasn't done that, but Ethereum and Litecoin have continued higher. So Bitcoin USD, we got the tech at 48. A lot of times after, if this was a wave 3, the tech was up here at 54, as we know. A lot of times the next time up, a tech at 50 is still a pretty good sell. So if this is a fifth wave, a 50 tech, that's why I'm still, wondering if we're not going to try to make a top up here with another new high. Because there's 10,370. Bitcoin trying to firm up a little bit here. What up, Wigma? I've shown this chart various times. This kept me kind of trying to trade Litecoin but leery, because this is Litecoin USD 5-minute. You can see volume is just really a lot of selling coming in. I'd say the other day the 72 is probably an important level because of this action here. The problem is, yes, I did get out of 77 yesterday, which once again is a mistake on my part. If selling comes in like this and price holds, that usually means there was some support there, so definitely support at 72. I should have had some patience at 77 yesterday. I wouldn't have screwed up that trade. But still, the now at new highs, it still looks like we're some type of suspect for some type of pullback. Here's Litecoin USDT intraday, same chart. Made new lows here while price was still trying to hold. But now we're new highs and volume still kind of lethargic. So, and I had showed Ethereum didn't have those issues, so volume has been much more supportive with Ethereum, which is why now it has continued to work higher. Here's Ethereum USDT 5-minute. Same type of thing. No real selling there. Supportive on the way up. And as you know, that one just got away from it. And again, back here, Bitcoin USD. Volume not as supportive after this 9,700 level. So still going to look to try to buy a pullback. What's up, Mike Bone? Kawika, Crypto King. Bitcoin dominance. Let's go back to the daily on that chart. That's the count that I was working off of. Obviously, with this break now, the last few days, it starts to overlap the one. That definitely doesn't look near as pretty as it did. Obviously for me, I've said it before, the dominance chart is hard for me to trade. I mean, maybe everyone's correct. Maybe that was the wave 5. We've had a 1-2 off the highs or an ABC. So again, I'm not sure. There are a lot of red bars here, definitely here recently, but that looks a little climactic to me. So maybe we take a breather a little bit here. Rancam, you're asking about RVN USDT. There's the daily. I mean, that could be some accumulation definitely off the lows, and we're showing some strength here. So that would have been a sign of strength with a pullback to a creek. So I think that 0.03 is a level to key off of. So I guess you could still buy that and trail the stop. It's a pretty big 4-hour bar again. So again, I'd rather buy some of these on a slight pullback. I don't think RPD's on TradingView because I do not trade that. Would I hodl Litecoin? I mean, I've got obviously hodl accounts on Litecoin. My trading accounts, I am flat. Again, I had said, my last sell, what I sold 58 and 77. If you've taken my last 3 trades, I mean, there they are off the bottom. So I'm net, I bought 41 and I'm out at 70 or at 82. So I've lost $12 here recently on Litecoin. I would still say on a sell-off, 72 might try to find support or down at 66 or so. So I'll be looking for some type of reset and then try to get some decent technometer readings on the way back down. Again, I do think we've got a shitload of FOMO going on here. So XRP, same type of thing, whether you want to read this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, a lot of the charts are all going to look the same on Elliott Wave. Whether you've got an extended fifth like that is kind of ugly because support would be the wave 4. I've seen a lot of those retrace all the way back to the wave 4. Or we've got the 1, 2, and again from here, we've got another 1, 2. We're finishing up a 3, 4, 5. So we'd have the 1, 2, and then we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means maybe we're still a little frothy here, but we'd have some type of pullback, whether it's a wave 2 for this count or whether it's a wave 4 over here. And then we'll just keep subdividing higher. Crypto Dave, I mean, yeah, I would have to say, I mean, as everybody knows, I mean, these counts are a little bit screwed up. I mean, not screwed up, just a lot of going on. But this was a major wave 4 over here by Elliott Wave, I believe. We had the one up, which we traded perfectly. I looked for a break down to 8,000. I thought the low was in on this big bar, so this action got me a little bit sideways, as Discord knows. So haven't made really screw us, but just not making enough profit. But this is a big wave forward, and I think this is a 1-2. And again, we're doing a 1-2 maybe here. So the next wave would be a 3 of 3 of the wave 5 to all-time highs. So yes, at the moment, I'd have to think that we're still on the bull move, and we got a lot higher to go. On Link, we were talking that around the $1.80 when it broke down to this support and sprung these levels. So $1.80 was kind of my buy area. And I would think that one's still going higher. If you don't own it, I'd be a buyer on a pullback. The tech on XLM, some of these will update, some isn't. I hit up my developer again today. They're supposed to be giving me a price on new software where we take my indicators, but a whole other system where I'd offer it to subscribers, and we'd probably offer it to Discord as well. Let me see if that loads. Here's XLM USD. That's the daily. I know everybody's excited about the rallies and missing them, but a lot of these charts are still pretty horrendous. So we've had a 4 to an 8. So we've had a double off the low. And again, same type of thing. Whether it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishing up, or whether we're finishing up a wave 3. A lot of these charts do look the same. What's up, Paul? Duarte, let me get you a wrench. XTZ. That one has definitely came alive. Big volume here on the rally. So again, any type of nasty sell-off there, any type of big red bar, I would add to that position. I thought Ethereum resistance really is still maxed right up here for a pullback. So I think there's still going to be resistance up here. Support back there, 213, 220. Neil, I've missed too much of it as well. So I think, I've got to wait for some type of risk reward setup that I'm comfortable with. So I think we'll get a chance. So I've kind of just got to sit on my hands there until I figure out a better risk return trade that I can put on or investment. I mean, at 97.50, the technometer was at 42-ish, 41 and change. And as usual, I was looking for 95, 96. So what's up, Jim? And again, my only reason for not being live, I mentioned it before, if anybody knows me, I've been really, January, I was really sick, couldn't stop coughing. And February, I got rid of the cough, but got new medicine like 5 days ago. So I'm finally much better. So I'm always here, or I'm trading from my bedroom where I've got a setup there too. Adam, I own a little bit in hodl bags. I'm going to say I really bought that though on the way down here. So got profits, nothing huge. Same type of thing there. I think Adam will continue to work higher. Would be a buyer on pullback. I had mentioned before, Link, Adam. Those are a couple that I do own. XMR is one I mentioned that, again, didn't get really the trigger pulled on it. I'd like the way it was coming off the lows. That's another one. Continues to extend higher. Here it looks like really this is a 1, 2, and a 3. So you could have a sell-off still back down here at 80, 82. And that'd probably be one to look at. Appreciate it, Dave. XRP, I mean, I don't trade XRP much, as everybody kind of knows. I mean, probably the corners turned on that. I don't know if 31, I'd be a buyer. I mean, if it gets above the 31, 32 level, there's got to be some activity there. So it might be worth the risk, but that's kind of a tough one. Zen, Nick's been on, so been trading that pretty well. There's the Zen chart. Again, that one looks like it's turned the corner. WRX, that one just had a quick move from 9.5 to 13. Again, that was Nick. I can't give a target on that. I know it's a small cap, 38% today. There's Zen BTC. That's Nick right there. Learn crypto, Wyckoff SMI, so no target yet. Nick and I still, everything's still set up behind us. We got the software working here on my screen so I can go live. We still need to do some problems in the back. That is still our intent. He works actually still downtown. It's just with everything, we stay pretty busy. So, yeah, you'll see Nick and I back together. Bitcoin still 10,368, so not much going on here. Go the 15-minute. Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees says every portfolio should be 1% invested in Bitcoin. Interesting. I do think things like that will be pushed around to stock investors, and it will bring more people to Bitcoin. Paul, I showed same thing on Litecoin and some of these. I mean, that's more of a count I've been showing now. 5 waves up. But I mentioned it could be 1, 2, 1, 2. So that means we're maybe finishing up a 3, a pullback, and then still just pull back, higher highs, pull back, higher highs. Right, Nick's been busy with working on his old house. He's got most of that work behind him, so that'll free him up more. He's been pretty busy. Peter, I don't know. I mean, I thought the virus was going to cause more issues on the stock side. Where it hasn't, well, Dow's up 240, 15 minutes to go. There's the SPY chart. You can see here tech at 48, which is near the highest we've been. I mean, I think this market is due for a pullback. The NASDAQ most overbought since the rally here at 52.9. So on stocks, if you're in my stock Discord for the 20 a month, I've been a little more quiet because I do think we're at risk here. I am long TLT because if stocks pull lower, TLT probably or higher. So we did buy here 142 and change. Giving up some profit the last 2 days, but I would expect TLT would dig in here. GDX possibly. It was oversold last couple days here, but I've not pulled the trigger on that. I've not missed anything as of yet. So I'm not sure about the gold, but I think TLT would work higher while stocks still turn down. What's up, Spiller? So I don't know if the virus can, I mean, I guess, yeah, I think it'll still bring in some selling, but in a bull market, nobody's worried about anything. So the stock market is doing its own thing. I guess in general on the stocks, I would expect still a pretty sharp sell-off, which could affect Bitcoin a little bit. And then I think still stocks are ultimately still headed higher. I've been saying that. I think we're frothy short term. I know there's some put call ratios that are what the last 7 days are at levels that has always led to a 2-week sell-off. So I think if you're long stocks, you're at risk here for sure. That's all I got. Like I said, guys, I'll try to get live here more now that looks like I'm over most of my sickness. You can tell my voice is still a little screwed up, but I'll try to get back here live more. And then Nick and I, the same thing. So appreciate the viewers, the members. Anybody has questions, you can always DM me on Discord. I'm pretty quick to respond. And hopefully I'll get back in my groove here a little bit and start adding more value than I have been. So that's all for now, and I'll catch you guys later.